Hi, I'm Penny Huggard. I'm a Nottingham girl, born and bred in Nottingham. Went away to university for a few years but came back again so that I wasn't too far away from my beloved Trent Bridge. First started going to Trent Bridge back in the 1970s. My mum and my brother used to go to watch John Player League matches, and I got left home with my dad, which frankly was quite boring, and I really felt like I was missing out on something, so asked if I could go as well. And in the end, Dad came too, so the whole family would go down to Trent Bridge as often as we could and travel away to some away games. We made some holidays out of watching cricket, which was brilliant. We have two children, a boy and a girl. They've now got their own children, and we're hoping to start bringing them down to Trent Bridge as well, so that they can get the cricket bug and hopefully have the opportunity to play cricket as well. I joined the General Committee in February 2020 when I was elected at the AGM. It was an interesting time because a month later the pandemic hit and the committee wasn't able to meet in person. So the majority of my first year was spent on Zoom, trying to get to know people, trying to get to know how things work, both on the committee and with the club operationally as well. So that was quite a challenge, but it's also been incredibly rewarding. So back in 2019, the club was reviewing its constitution, and that linked to the new UK Sports Code of Governance that had been issued. Because I work in governance, I got quite excited reading the Sports Code of Governance, which I know some people will find a bit sad. But because the club was reviewing its constitution, I offered to help with that. Yes, I decided to stand for election. I'd never thought of myself as particularly having a role to play in the leadership of the club, but getting involved in the constitutional change made me think, oh well, perhaps actually maybe I can provide some input. I can, maybe add some value. So in my first term, I joined the Finance, Audit and Risk Committee. For my second term, I've been asked to lead on equity, diversity and inclusion. And following the publication earlier this year of the ICEC report, and more recently the ECB's response to that, I've been working with Lisa and the team on how our club will respond to some of the recommendations. I felt a mixture of responses actually. First of all, trepidation about the role because it's such an important emerging theme that cricket needs to address. But like many people, I worry about doing or saying the wrong thing. And I think I certainly feel like I'm on a learning curve, but I know that we've got a lot to do and I'm very excited about that. I think the club's in a really good position to build on some excellent work that's taken place over the last few years, and I'm really excited about being able to play a part in that. My current role is to lead on governance, risk and assurance, and also regulatory compliance in a housing association. So to my mind, the principles of good governance apply to any sector, and that's what I find really interesting actually, is how those governance principles can be applied in the sporting world, and that's where I hope I add value to the General Committee and the leadership of the club. We've really enjoyed this year going to watch the Blaze, and it's made such a difference having the Blaze at Trent Bridge. So, and that's also expanded the role of the committee in terms of overseeing the development of women's cricket at Trent Bridge, and that's been really fabulous to see. I think that's absolutely the case. All committee members are simply passing through. We all have maximum terms. So there are lots of opportunities for members to get involved with the running in the club. For me, the key part of the role is that we are effectively custodians of the past, the present and the future of Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club. So if it's something that anybody has an interest in learning more about, I would certainly encourage you to go for it.